4th of July yet, but you know what I mean. Y'all, today I'm really excited because we are going to be making a gingerbread today. We're going to be doing a primitive gingerbread man today. And we have 15% off the supplies. So 15% off the stuffed doll, 15% off the mini kitchen utensils, as well as 15% off hot glue guns, which I need to plug mine in because I'm going to need it today. We're going to be using this thing today. So, y'all, I'm really excited for this project. This is going to turn out so dang cute. And these dolls are already gingerbread color. They're already brown, and so they're going to be perfect for our gingerbread man. So when you hop on, say hello. Let me know that you're watching. I hope you had a great Thursday. I hope you've got some fun things planned for the weekend. I am live early because I'm starting my weekend early. So here in a couple of hours, I'm going to head out to the pool and get some swimming done. And, you know, be out in this hot weather, which I have not been all week. So I'm excited. Got lots of things planned for the weekend, and it's going to be a good weekend. So I hope you all have some fun things planned this weekend. I'm glad to see you all. Happy Friday. Let's see who we have joining me today. When you hop on, say hello. Let me know you're here. Hi, Dorothy. Hey, Rhonda. Hello, Tina. Hey, Dana. Hi, Teresa. 104 in Jersey. Holy moly. Hi, Deborah. Happy 4th of July. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Bev. Happy 4th of July, Teresa. Hi, Carol. Hey, Jamie. Yay, Jenny. I'm glad you're off work today. Andrew's off work today, too. And so he went to the grocery with me this morning, which was very nice. Very, very nice. Y'all, I don't mind going to the grocery, but the part that I hate the most is when I get home. I hate unloading the groceries, and I hate putting them away. And so it was very nice to have help with that. Hi, Tammy. Although I think I spent more money because Andrew went with me. Hello, Roxanne. Happy Friday, everybody. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. So again, for those of you who are just joining, 15% off today on the dolls, the stuffed dolls, all of the mini kitchen utensils. Okay, the whisks, the rolling pins, and the mini spoons. And 15% off our glue guns, y'all. This never happens. Okay, this never happens. So 15% off the glue guns today. So stock up. Get your glue guns today. Hi, Gail. Happy 4th. Hello, everybody. Hi, Lori. Y'all, how exciting, right? I love the 4th of July. I think it's just so exciting and fun. And I'm looking forward to it. I guess I'm weird because I love to go grocery shopping and walk around, and I'd love to scan and bag my own groceries. Yeah, I hear you, Dee Dee. Yeah, I don't mind the shopping part, not at all. I don't mind that part at all. But it's the bringing it home, loading it into the car, unloading it, all the things. Of course, it was very good. We went early this morning, and so it wasn't super hot. So that was nice because we weren't, burning up. I think that in the summertime when it's so hot, it's almost like a must. You got to go early. Otherwise, it would just be miserable. Oh, good, Jamie. Hi, Michelle. All right, so let's get into it. So this is the stuffed doll. How cute is this? Can y'all see Gingerbread Man? I mean, come on. This is going to be the cutest little gingerbread man ever, all right? So here we go. Let's get into it. We're going to start with our rickrack. We're going to do the rickrack first. We can start to see our gingerbread man come to life, and then we're going to decide what all we're going to add to him. So we're going primitive today, not bright red and white. So I'm using, this kind of a scheme here, okay? So this is a cream colored rickrack. So we're going to be using the cream color today. And we are going to take the rickrack and go a couple of different places. I want to start and put down here at the bottom of his little body. And then I'm also going to put around his ankle, around his wrist, and around his head also. Okay, so we're going to kind of just go and do like this around the head. And we're not going to go all the way down the body, though, I don't think. I'm going to be putting a bow tie around his neck. So it's going to cover the end of the rickrack, okay? So that's the plan. Hopefully my hot glue gun is warmed up. I am going to go on and cut this. Since I've already got it on there. Good morning, everyone. Okay. So let's see if my glue gun's, oh yeah, it's good to go. Okay. So let's start. We're just going to glue the rickrack on. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. I feel like I want to put the glue directly on the rickrack. So I think I have more control of the placement if I do it like that. So I'm just going to kind of peel it back. You could use the precision tip on this as well if you wanted to, and that would make it a little bit easier to get that glue in the right spot. I'm not going to put shoes on him. We're going to keep this actually pretty simple today. So he is going to be really cute, but actually very simple and easy to do. Depending upon whether or not I decide to make a hat, which I'm pondering. I am considering making a hat, but we'll see. Y'all, I mean, already. Look at that. Isn't he cute? Okay. I think gingerbread men are really fun to make. I think gingerbread men and snowmen, really. I think they're both so much fun to make. Okay, I don't think I need quite that long. Okay, there we go. All right, so there's the rickrack around his face. So the doll, Debbie, today the doll, the vintage or the mini kitchen utensils and our glue guns are all 15% off today. So all of these items are available on the website, okay? And the chef hat is what I'm thinking about making. Someone said, what about a chef hat? And I am considering making one or trying. I don't know if I could or not. Finished the last of my 4th of July decor last night. I'm ready to move on to the next season of crafting. Oh, fun. All right. So I think I'm going to do just the front. I don't think I'm going to wrap it all the way around. What do y'all think? Maybe I should. Maybe I should wrap it all the way around. All right. Here we go. So we're going just on this bottom section of his body here. You can't have a gingerbread man without rickrack, right? Yay, Lori. By the way, if you are a DIY decor box darling, I did go live in the group a little bit ago and do a little PSA. There is a piece missing in your all's box. I do apologize for that. We will be getting those shipped out to y'all next week. You'll still have them in time for the tutorial. Again, I do apologize. I messed up, y'all. I messed up. I mean, how cute, right? How cute. Okay, let me just go on and cut the excess. Hey, Danae. All right, there we go. Okay, he's looking real cute so far. Already looking like a gingerbread man. Okay, now let's get the wrists. I'm Buck Andrews. Happy on it. Teresa, if you did, we haven't shipped it out yet. So Trisha's been out of town this week. So she'll be back on Tuesday and everything will get shipped out on Tuesday. Let's see, I'm going to start the seam at the bottom, I think. Okay. All right, we got that wrist. So cute. Happy 4th, everybody. Okay. So now we just need to do the ankles and all of the rickrack will be done. Start at the back again. Okay. Trim off that excess. One more to go. He is so cute already. Oh, I'm sure, Dee Dee. He was a firecracker. Okay. Last little bit here. go. All right. All the rickrack is done. I like to do all of the little details before I get to the hard part. The face. All right, so we're gonna do, I'm gonna do a bow tie next before I do like the buttons and stuff, so I make sure that the bow tie is not in the way, or the buttons aren't in the way. And so I just have to decide, do I want to do this stripe for the bow tie, or do I want to do the burgundy? So this is what the stripe looks like, and this is what the burgundy looks like. So I think I know which one I am leaning towards, but y'all tell me, what do you think? Hi, Tina. So this is the burgundy, and this is the stripe. So which one do y'all think we should use? And while I'm waiting, I am going to be using this little rolling pin. These are available on the website. They are 15% off today, and we are going to paint the handles in a burgundy, just to kind of make it coordinate. So I'm going to use a little bit of Santa Red and a little bit of raw umber to make a burgundy color. That might have been too much. We'll see. Nope, that looks pretty good. We got just like a deeper red color. All right, let me grab a paintbrush. Which one do I want to use? All right, so I'm just going to give this a quick paint. We'll have to do 2 coats. Because this is not sticking real well. Well, I don't think it's that it's not sticking, it's just not covering. Teresa, it's flying by so fast. He goes to camp next week, and he said to me yesterday, "It's already time?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "June is gone, bud. Like, his summer is halfway over. It's crazy." All right, I'm going to go in with a second coat. I may have to do a third coat even. Just wanted that red to not be so bright. Look how pretty that is. Yes, Lisa, same here, same here. It's not too bad just yet. It's 88, but it is coming for sure. I'm going in with another coat. There's a spot right there that doesn't want to, it's just not really sticking. This paint must be an oil-based paint or something. I guess I could have sanded it down a little bit first. That might have helped, but I think this will be good enough. Okay. All right, so let's do the bow tie. This looks really good. So again, y'all, that was just Santa Red and Raw Umber. Okay, Santa Red and Raw Umber for that. Just mix those two together until you get the darkness that you want. Okay, so let's see here. I am on early today, Doreen. I'm planning on going to the pool here in a little while. Okay, let's, I like to tally it up to see which one wins. Okay. Oh, hang on a second, y'all. I hear the printer, and that makes me nervous. Oh, okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. All right. So the stripe. Okay. Stripe. Burgundy. Stripe. 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 I think the stripe wins. Stripe. Y'all, that's so funny. I was going to pick burgundy. Y'all say stripe though, so let's do the stripe. I'm fine with that. Paper towels, what I'm looking for. Okay. All right, so the stripe. Here's what we're gonna do to make our bow tie. Okay, we want a pretty big bow tie. So we are going to, I'm just going to cut a rectangle. I'm eyeballing it, y'all. I like to have the rectangle be bigger than the bow tie is going to be. Because what we're going to do is fold this way. So we're going to fold it in and we're going to glue it down. Okay, so we're going to fold it in like this and glue in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to take my hot glue. You can iron it as well. And I'm just going to run a bead right there in the middle. Lay this down. And again, fold this over. Just like that. Okay. Then you're going to do the same thing except this way, and you're going to fold these into the middle and have them meet in the middle. Okay, that's perfect. So I'm just going to put hot glue on the end here, and then I'll just fold this in. And the same thing over here. Fold this in. Okay, so you have like this little rectangle like this, okay? Then you're just gonna bend this, okay, so that you create a bow tie shape. So what I do is put a little bit of hot glue in the middle, then I just fold this in. So fold it in half essentially, but you're only putting hot glue on the middle, okay? Then we're gonna fold these edges back, okay? So then I add hot glue on both sides here, And then we'll just fold this back like that. All right, and there's our bow tie. And you can use either this side or this side, whichever side you like. I kind of like it on that side. And then we're gonna take another piece of our ribbon or our fabric, and I'm trying to decide, I think I want it to go the opposite way. So now I'm gonna cut a piece. Actually, let me just cut it and not tear it. About 2 inches wide. And we're going to fold in half like this so that we create a little strip. Okay. So I'm just gonna run some hot glue down here and fold this over. And then another line of hot glue. And then fold this in so that we've got this little strip. And this is gonna go in the middle, okay? So then this just goes around the middle like this. And so what I'll do is just kind of wrap this around to the back, add some hot glue. Like that. And then wrap the other side around. I'm going to cut this. And then add more hot glue back here. All right. And so there's our, I put it on the wrong side. I was planning to do the other side, but it's all right. So there's our little bow tie. So it is going to go right here. Now what I'm trying to decide is, and I think I do, I'm gonna do a piece that goes all the way around. So I'm gonna take and cut a strip 2 inches wide-ish. Doreen, no, the Gingerbread Man is a doll form that's available on the website. It's 15% off today. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing we did for that middle piece. We're just gonna take this strip and fold both sides in to create a little strip that we're gonna use to wrap around the neck. Okay, just like that. All right, so now I'm gonna glue this onto the back here. Glue the one end on the back. Okay. And I'll put this on the neck, wrap this around, and then I'm just gonna cut it. And glue it down. And then we'll glue the bow tie down. All right, so it's got its bow tie. Look how cute he is already. Hot glue gun strings everywhere. Now I think what I'm gonna do is just sort of tack the back of this down so that it doesn't flop. Thank you, Teresa. That's so sweet. All right. Look how cute. Okay. So I know I want to use the rusty bells for buttons. So we're going to go ahead and glue them on. These are available on the website. They are not 15% off today. They are available on the website. They come in this size and a larger size. So I'm just going to add some hot glue to these. And we're going to do 3 buttons. Three little bells. Oh my word in heaven, how cute. I almost don't even want to do a face because it just looks so cute as it is. I'm trying to get rid of some hot glue strings. Okay. Now, I had thought about adding a little pocket. So let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to take this burgundy fabric and let's tear. It's got to be a little pocket because there's not a lot of room. I'm sorry, Dana. I didn't mean to. I know, Jane. Isn't that crazy? Okay. Let's see. What would it look like to add a little... I was thinking if we take this little piece of burgundy fabric, let me remove some threads. All right, and then we can take and put a little strip across the top, I think, of the stripe to help bring everything together. Okay, so there's our little pocket. And do I want it to be... I think I want to do it down here. So we're just going to do glue on 3 sides. Okay, let's add our pocket. All right, and for the pocket, we can put the little mini spoon inside. And I think the whisks might be too long. We might use those just on the hand, but it's perfect for the spoon. I mean, it could maybe work. It might work better, actually. Rolling pin. Let's see. So we can do either one, or just the spoon, and we can do the rolling pin and the whisk in its hand. Okay, which would be really cute too. I just kind of really want to test myself and see if I could make a chef hat. So we're going to see. We're going to try it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this fabric. This is like a fat quarter. And I'm going to cut out a square. So I'm just folding it over like that. And then I'm going to fold it again. I'm going to cut right here like that. And then I'm going to cut a circle-ish. So I'm just going to cut this corner off like this. I don't really know what it needs to be, so we'll find out if this will even work or not, because I don't know if it will. All right, so then I'm going to take some of this stripe, and we're going to do a strip. So I'm going to tear a strip out. And I'm going to wrap this around so I can figure out the size that it needs to be. About like that. And then I don't know if this is going to work at all. Okay. I think what I need to do is something that I definitely do not want to do, but I'm going to do it because I think it's going to be the easiest way to do this. And that is a running stitch. So let's do it. Do y'all see what you're making me do here? You see how big my sewing box is? This is all I got. I don't have any burgundy thread, so we're going to go with this for tan color. Hi, Stacy. I sort of just want to see if I can do it, and I do think it would be super cute. So, you know, we'll see. If I can get this threaded, that's the true test. Ugh, I hate sewing, y'all. I truly do. My granny would just hate to hear me say that because she taught me how to sew. She would hate it. Okay. Here we go. So we're just going to do a running stitch all the way around. It's the best way I can think to do this. I feel like it's going to be a lot harder to use the hot glue gun to do this than to do it this way. So that's funny, Tina. I'm telling you. My granny she did all kinds of sewing. And my great-grandmother made quilts. But my granny taught me how to sew. When I was a teenager, I did a lot of it. And I have a sewing machine. Even early in Andrew and I's marriage, I did sewing. But I have it's just annoyed me and gotten me so frustrated so many times that I just am done with it. I've just kind of been like, you've hurt my feelings too much and I can't stand you anymore. So yeah, I hear you, Dana. All right, we are almost there. Okay. So now might be a little bit of a big hat. We need to get it gathered up fairly equally. Suppose that I need to, where is that piece? Oh, it's right here. It's literally attached to me. Let's see. I'm going to wrap this around and see if this is about the right size. I think it's about the right size. So I think I'm going to go ahead and tie this off, and then I will adjust the gathering. Well, I can't even tie it. Okay. All right. Oh, you did not seriously just do that. See, this is why I hate sewing, y'all. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to break out the hot glue gun right here because you're being a booty turd, and we're going to just, you know, hot glue you there because hot glue works. All right, now we're going to adjust this gathering so that it's all fairly somewhat even. Okay, and then we're going to take this little piece and we're going to start gluing it around the bottom of this as best as we can. So I'm just going to take hot glue and just, ooh, don't burn yourself, Kayla. Glue this like this. And as I get the glue on, I'm just kind of pressing it so it sort of gets all of that gathering just kind of pushed together. And I'm gluing this little band to just the top. Okay. So that I've still got this flat band at the bottom. All right, hopefully this is gonna work, y'all. Because I've got excess of the band, so hopefully it still fits. What do we think? Does it look like a chef hat? I think it does. All right, let's glue the band down in the back. Okay. All right. We did it. So there you go. If you need a chef hat, you can make one. So then, oh my word, how cute. Okay, so hang on. Do I want to make that? No, I don't think I do. All right, so we're just going to kind of glue you on like this, and we're going to push that down in the middle. And I'm doing it kind of on the side of the head, because I don't know, I like things to be on the side. So let me put some glue. And let me get it on the back here. Okay. Little bit right here. All right, and we did it. We got a cute little chef hat. How adorable is that? Y'all, I'm loving this. Okay. So cute. All right, so I do have some greenery here that I would kind of like to use in some berries. I don't know if I can, or if this is too big. But I'd like to do a little bit, possibly on the hat. So let's see. I'm gonna take and just cut the end off of this, and I'm gonna glue it onto the hat. Just a little hot glue, and just glue it right there on the hat. And then you gotta have some berries, so let's grab a few berries. Do I want another sprig on the other side? Let's see. Yeah, the holly would be cute. Okay, I think I'm gonna go another sprig on the other side. And another sprig of berries. And then we'll do a couple of bells right in the middle. Thank you, Carol. So let's get a little glue. These are the same berries that we use, or the same, what are these? Bells that we used as the buttons for the gingerbread man. Can I get out another bell, or I think I'm going to get out another bell so that I can do 3 bells in the middle. So let's put this right here. Yeah, 15% off the doll is. The doll's 15% off. The hot glue guns are 15% off. And then all of the little mini utensils that we're using, they are also 15% off today. Okay, so here is how he's looking so far. He is so cute. Now I have to think about the face, which I am always scared to do, because I don't want to ruin it, because I like the way he looks. And sometimes a face messes things up for me, because sometimes they don't look good. I gotta look at some pictures. You know, the face just always makes me nervous. What do y'all think? Is he okay without a face, or does he need a face? What do we think? I'm going to look at some pictures of some others. Okay, so like there are some that literally just have like 2 black eyes and then just rosy cheeks and no mouth. That would be easier to do. I think I'd be more comfortable with that, with just doing the 2 black eyes, no mouth. And that's what I'm saying, Tracy. Like, does he need it? You know? So I'm thinking about taking his arm and putting his arm kind of like this and sort of gluing it down, and then using to put the rolling pin and the whisk in like that is what I'm thinking. Now, I do want to take the whisk though and let's like rusty it up a little bit and make it look a little bit, you know, more like a, you know, primitive item. So, which one do I want to use? The big one or the small one? We're going to use the small one. Try the buttons for eyes, rosy cheeks, face. I think I'm gonna, we'll try the eyes and see. And I'm leaning towards no face though, is what I'm leaning towards. So we'll see. I'm gonna take some milk chocolate. This would be a perfect opportunity for cinnamon and rust, but I don't feel like making that mess right now. So we're gonna make it look rusty with milk chocolate. So I'm just dabbing with my pouncer all over. This color is called milk chocolate. And I think I need a brush because I want to really get it covered. We're going to use a little raw umber on here too. I think it just makes it look best that way. Let me find a little brush so that I can get in some of these spots that I can't get with the pouncer. Trying to kind of cover a lot of that shiny. You know, I don't decorate primitive, but I love to craft it. I just think it's really fun to craft. So like I said, I don't decorate primitive, but I do have fun crafting it. It's not really my style, but I do like to craft. Like it. Okay. Here we go. Where's my pouncer? Here it is. All right, let me get this, and we're going to, so here's how it's looking. How cute. And now let's do a little raw umber because it's just going to make it look a little bit more authentic. So just a little bit here and there. This is why I love milk chocolate that color because I think it just really looks like rust. All right. Okay, so our whisk is ready and our rolling pin is ready. So we're gonna take, and I'm gonna first just glue his arm to his body like this. So I'm just gonna put hot glue right there and just go on and glue that right to his body. I'm thinking about gluing this one down too, but we'll see. Because it likes to just kind of flop all over the place. So then the rolling pin is going to go in there like that. I'm going to add some glue to his body to hold the rolling pin. You could definitely use some Snow Tech. I don't want to do that though because I feel like that's going to take away from the primitive look if I use Snow Tech. Trying to decide where I want this whisk. I kind of want it right there. All right, I gotta kind of hold all this down for a minute. Yes, Tina, the doll's 15% off. So the supplies I'm using today are 15% off. All the supplies, except for the Deco Art paint, that was on sale yesterday. Except for the Deco Art paint, the supplies I'm using today are 15% off. Oh, and the bells, they are not 15% off today either. Okay, so here's how he looks. Is he not so cute? What do y'all think? Should I glue the arm down like this? Or should I just let the arm kind of flop around? And what do y'all think? Does he need anything else? I think I'm going to glue the spoon down so that it stays in place and doesn't move around. So I'm going to put a little hot glue on the back. And so we don't lose it. And I'm going to try the eyes. I'm trying to think about what I want to use. I'm trying to think if I have any of the little black thinking it would have to be buttons. I don't know if I have any buttons or not that are small enough for the eyes. I've got like this size. Here's one a little smaller, I think. Let's see if I can find another one. I feel like these are a little bit too big. So that's what the little button eyes look like. I don't mind it. I just think, oh wait, here's a little, oh, that's like a little sparkle thing. We don't want that. Wish I had some teeny little buttons. I feel like those are still a little bigger than I like. I feel like if I'm going to do the eyes, hang on, oh, no. If I'm going to do the eyes, I would have to do just 2 black dots with paint, which I don't think I would mind. and then rosy cheeks. But I don't think I want a face. After I see the eyes on there, I don't like it. I'm not gonna do a face. We're gonna just leave it plain. I think I'm gonna like that the best. So I think I like it, and I think I'm going to glue the arm down. So we're just gonna glue it down right here. Just kind of down by its side. And I believe I am happy with how this turned out. The chef hat, y'all, turned out so good. I'm not sure about rosy cheeks when I don't have a face. I don't know. Like, it's a natural instinct to want to do it. I just am not sure if I would like it or not without a face. What do y'all think? Does he need anything else? He's awfully cute. Awfully cute. I don't think he needs anything else. He's got his bow tie. He's got his kitchen utensils. Now I do have, I don't think it's needed, but I do have this little rusty which, you know, could have gone. That might be kind of cute to have that in his arm. But I'll have to kind of mess with it in order to make it work. And I'll have to, I think I better not. I wish I had thought about it earlier because that would have worked, but I don't think I can now. So I'm going to leave it without the eyes. I think I like it best that way for me personally. So I'm not going to do eyes. I'm going to leave him just like this. I don't think I'm going to change a thing. So, the doll, okay, the doll form, the width, they come in two sizes. So you've got the shorter one and the longer one. Comes in a pack of 4. Those are 15% off. The spoons, they come in a pack of 4. They're 15% off. The rolling pins, they are also 15% off. They come in a pack of 4. And then the glue guns are also 15% off. So all of those things you can get 15% off today. Somebody suggested a little bit of greenery in his pocket. We can see what that looks like. I think it's going to be too much. At least this one is going to be too much. So I'm not going to be able to use that same greenery. And so I don't know what something else would look like. But I can try and see what this would look like in there. If we wanted to do something different. But if you're going to do that, you almost have to do berries as well. I think that's cute. I'm going to take that berry off. All right, y'all. So happy Friday. Happy 4th of July. Make sure you check out all of the deals today. Grab your favorites. Grab the dolls. We have a limited quantity of these dolls. So thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. Have a wonderful, fun, and safe weekend. And I will see you all back here on Monday. Love y'all. Bye.